of the weight you're going to be going over now. But just a really good side control escape with a nice sweep attached to it, okay, off a shoulder crunch. So I'm going to be with my traditional frame, so that means one in the neck, okay, one near the hip, but again, we're going angular with our right arm. Our right arm should be pushing towards the hip, not just up. If it's just up, it's easy for ab to close space, okay? People can start to do what's called killing the arm, meaning they can pick it and bring their leg up higher, exactly, okay? So I find when I grab the E material as well, it's a little bit safer for myself. And I keep going over this concept with higher belts. Be careful about just pushing on the hip. He turns his hip down, it's a wrist lock, okay? So I grab material and I'm driving my arm into his hip. You can see that alleviates pressure. And I don't want my head up the way it is now because he can start to scoop and hit angles, okay? If someone scoops your head, stick your head to the mat, that's fine. In terms of actually hip escaping, okay, for this one, we're gonna go a little bit different. My feet come together, and as I'm pushing out, I'm turning my head to the mat. My right arm now is gonna help accelerate my right knee past his hip, okay? So this is as far as I need to go. I'm not fully reguarding. I prefer to do this. I think it's tighter. Just a couple of options I'll show you right now. If my partner stands, I'm inside position. The X guard, single X, butterfly guard, much better by just cutting that corner. So you guys are pinning here, you're pushing, okay, and you're driving your knee through, but as your knee is coming through, my arm is coming over top of his leg, and it's helping me wedge that leg through. You can see I keep my head flat. It alleviates pressure here. As soon as I get this leg underneath, I'm doing a shoulder crunch. Now, we're showing this today. Some people are screwing up the grips. In terms of the grips, my palm on my hand near his head needs to be facing my head. My other hand, without my thumbs engaged, is going on top of the shoulder, not the tricep, not the elbow. I'll give you an example. If I go to the elbow, ab can posture. If I go to the tricep, ab can posture. If I go to the shoulder, ab cannot posture. So here I'm actually crunching, and then I'm rolling my right elbow higher than my left. Okay, so once I lock it on, I'm here, and now I use my head as well, and it's stuck to his arm. So my body is rounding, so I'm able to roll. This is when I don't stay flat. I actually want to be up. So he can't obviously go towards my left leg. If he does, we're just going to regard. So he's going to have to move this side. I'm going to time it. I'm putting all my pressure on this crunch, and as soon as he reacts, I pull, and I kick my leg straight, and we're able to come up top, and I don't let go of the arm. Okay, so if we come back, okay, so we have our side control escape. You guys are you're framing, and as soon as you're turning and your head's stuck to the mat, I'm using this hand to drive my knee through. So I have a very strong wedge. Your knee should be past his rib cage. As soon as that happens, I shoulder crunch immediately. Okay, and then gable grip. So now if he tries to pull his arm out, it's extremely tight. What will happen a lot of times as well is they'll go to posture, and I can kick him over with my right leg. As he's coming over, my left leg is going to help knock him over. My hand comes to the mat, and I'm turning over my stomach, and then I'm walking myself back to get on top. Okay, guys, so last time, this is also a mentality I keep talking about when you guys are on the bottom. Versus MMA, it's a little bit different. Like there's an utter urgency to get out. In sport jiu-jitsu, it's not as bad. In MMA, obviously, I can get my head smashed in. I find in sport jiu-jitsu, if I'm the person on the bottom, getting abs squishing me, and I keep trying to do this, well, he's just going to follow me around. The moment I'm calm and he tries to hold me down, that's how I get out. I'm very relaxed, as long as my frames and defenses are set up. Okay, so that's probably the best way for you guys to get out. So we have our frames, my head's pinned, I turn, drive my arm through, now I'm aggressive. Everything's committed to that grip. So when Al tries to get out, sweep him over, and shoot myself